I've been carrying Olight flashlights for years and I love them. Use the link below and code OLIGHT10 for 10% off anytime. Hey, your bookshelf called. It wants more goat guns. Take 20% off with code SCOUT20 at goatguns.com.
SHOT Show Range Day 2019 at Mossberg. We're going to look at the MC1sc with Brian.
How are you doing? All right, so I want to go over a couple of the key features on the Mossberg, the new MC1sc. So for us, this is our centennial. We're 100 years old this year, and 100 years ago, Mossberg started off with a handgun. So we're coming full circle back to that handgun. We have two basic frame models that we're going to see here. So you're going to see our non-safety model, and then you're going to see our model that's going to have our crossbolt safety style. On the guns that do not have the safety, we're going to have our standard 3-dot white dot sight setup. We're also going to intro a gun that's going to have True Glow's Tritium Pro night sights, as well as a Viridian laser. So those are the four main configurations you're going to see from the factory. If you look at the gun, so starting from the basics, you have a glass field polymer frame, and our palm swell is actually part of the gun, so you're going to have an integrated palm swell into the frame. You'll notice it does fill up your hand. We spend a lot of time on the texturing. So if you look hard at the texturing, when you shoot, you're going to notice it. It's aggressive where it needs to be, but it's not obnoxious where you don't want it to be. So it's not going to tear up your clothes, tear up your hands when you're shooting this. The grip angle is the same grip angle as a 1911. So when you point the gun, you're going to be fighting the recoil with your skeleton. So you're not having to dip down to find your sights or push your wrist out to find your sight picture, where you're fighting that recoil with your wrist muscles. So you actually feel a little bit less of the recoil in the gun. The trigger on the gun is going to come factory from Mossberg at about 5.5 to 6 pounds, but that's our Mossberg flat trigger. So it's going to be something that a lot of people are paying in the aftermarket for an accessory item. It's going to come out of the box with that. The gun comes with 2 magazines. You have, this is our Mossberg, we're calling it our clear count magazine. So it's a clear polymer. This is our own design. So you're going to have a 7-round magazine with the extended floor plate, and then your flush fit floor plate magazine that'll hold 6 rounds.
I'm the same way. I've got big hands like you, so I like.
Back to the frame of the gun on the slide, and your barrel are going to be all stainless steel, and then they have the DLC, the diamond light coatings. The sight setups, we start off from the factory with a basic 3-dot sights, but this is a 6-hour dovetail. We're using SIG number 8 sights, so there are plenty of aftermarket sights out there if you wanted to change for user preference. One of the other really nice features on this gun that's very unique is the Mossberg patent pending safe takedown system. So if you're familiar with how to take apart a lot of the guns, typically you'll have to pull the trigger to get the gun to come apart. With our gun, we didn't want to have any trigger pull. So you're going to drop your magazine lock to the slide to the rear, make sure the gun's clear, and then you're going to depress this button in the back of our end cap. You can take that off and your striker assembly comes out. Once you have that out, you can pull your slide apart. The gun comes apart without ever having to depress the trigger.
Wow.
You have your captured guide rod recoil spring assembly, so that's not going to go flying. And I think our engineers got tired of finding the gray striker cap, so they put this on our gray carpets in the office. They put the nice high visibility orange on there.
That's smart.
To put the gun back together, just kind of go in reverse order. You'll line up your rails, lock the slide to the rear, drop your striker in, and the next thing that the engineers did, on some of the other guns you have to use a tool to tuck that back in place. Here you can actually use the tip of the striker, push down, and slide the end cap in place.
Wow.
It's a recessed button, so you're not going to accidentally hit that when you're trying to hit the slide into battery. Really nice feature on it. Another part on the safety is, again, this is our crossbolt safety style.
Okay.
So this one is unique to Mossberg with its location. It's going to be more like what you're familiar with what's on shotguns, but it's a nice positive click on, click off.
Okay.
It's user reversible. So if you wanted to switch it up to where you wanted to kick the safety off with your thumbs, or however the customer wanted to have that set up. So both the safety and the magazine release are user reversible. That
was the question.
What I like about the safety is I can have the safety on, I can load the gun, I can clear any malfunctions, or I can unload the gun all with the safety engaged. It does not lock up the slide.
Nice.
So it gives a little bit of added confidence, especially to the first time shooter.
Yeah. I like it. That's great. What's the MSRP going to be? What are we expecting to pay for it?
$425 is MSRP on this. They're starting to ship in the marketplace right now, so you should see them realistically in that $379, $399 range.
Nice. You said it comes with 2 mags.
2 mags.
One was 6-round flush fitting, and then the other one was
7-round with that extended floor plate.
Okay, perfect. I like it. I need to shoot it though.
Go for it.
Right on. All right, let's try the extended base plate version first. Feels good so far.
Full retail 4 1/4. Yeah, safety and non-safety.
Ooh, that's not bad at all. And then with the flush fitting base plate, that's what that looks like.
Extended. Yeah.
Nope.
5 rounds on it.
Trigger.
Too.
No complaints. No complaints at this point. Couple little idiosyncrasies to get used to, but it's good. It's solid. It feels good. The recoil on it feels great. The size feels perfect. This could very well be a Shield killer, Glock 43 killer. MC1sc from Mossberg is looking pretty good. We're at SHOT Show Range Day 2019. Thanks for watching.